You know when you just hear some crazy shit and you think, nah, this is madness. Every guy has experienced a girl doing this to them, and every girl has had to conduct the maniac test, and a man has failed miserably. What's the maniac test? It's basically when a girl pulls back. So any guys who have had any interactions with girls, whether it just be talking, dating, or in a long-term relationship, from time to time, they will experience a girl pull back from them. This is a subconscious thing. You must have had it before. Man, them watching this right now, you're texting a girl and she just don't respond for 2 or 3 days. That's not by accident. I'm not saying they're doing that on purpose, but it's a subconscious thing. It reveals whether or not you're going to be a maniac in the future, potentially. Because certain men, if a girl don't respond to them after 2 or 3 days, maybe even within 3 hours, the guy will be on the phone trying to work out why this girl hasn't responded and that. And that is a telltale sign what this guy is going to be like in the future. Imagine a guy is talking to a girl that is new to him and they've been talking for a couple of months, whatever. Whether they've gone the distance and done the thing, it doesn't matter. Imagine she's chatting to a new guy and she pulls away from him for 2 or 3 days. And then he starts blowing up her phone, starts harassing her and that. What do you think he's going to be like once he gets attached to her after a year, 5 years? You understand what I'm trying to say? Every girl watching this right now who is at least 25 years old will have one guy that they pulled away from, whether they were dating or just interacting with or in a long-term relationship, and my man turned maniac mode on her, stalking her, coming to her house, phoning up her workplace, harassing her family and friends. Where is she? Where is she? Anyway, went to a tenant's house not too long ago, and there's these things called mutual exchanges. So where you want to swap houses with someone. It doesn't matter about the area. I mean, I've had people from like Northampton going over to Milton Keynes, and yeah, people from London coming up here and that. So it's not just something that people do in London. I know someone in Edmonton, they actually done a mutual exchange with someone on their road. They lived at 20 and they was going to like number 60, which was just like obviously down the road and that. This girl was doing a mutual exchange. So I don't know where she's going to next. But anyway, this guy, who was her boyfriend, he done some madness. Anyway, she said to me at the end of the test that, yeah, she has got some madness with her boyfriend, and hopefully that has pushed it to the forefront so that it could speed up the process and that. Because basically I was asking her, how long does it take for you to move after I do the electrical test? I don't really see the tenants after I've done the mutual exchange, so I don't know how long it takes. And she's like, well, basically my boyfriend come flying through the back door the other day. He ran upstairs and beat me up. I was like, what? She was like, yeah, I was upstairs in my bedroom and I heard a bang. Next thing you know, my ex-boyfriend come running up the stairs and he beat me up and that. Had me in hospital for 24 hours and that. And I said to her, obviously, you must have broke up with him. That's why he acted like that. And she said, yeah. You see, there's a certain pattern of behavior that I noticed with man them, talking to different girls, meeting different women and that. And they all follow this, well, not all of them, but a lot of men follow the same patterns of behavior. So when a guy gets broken up with a girl, I'll say 90% of men either turn into crazy stalker mode or they beg and plead with the girl to take them back. The other 10%, they're just like, all right, cool, fuck it. The other 90%, half of them beg and plead, and the other half of them, they turn into crazy stalker mode and that. I went to a tenant's house one time. Basically, you got like battery smoke alarms that have brackets and that. And I noticed there was a bracket on the ceiling, but there was no smoke alarm. So I was like, well, where's the smoke alarm? Because I can see the bracket. Where's the smoke alarm? It's missing. She was like, it's over here or whatever. Really. Boom. So anyway, she's like, yeah, the fire brigade came to install it because I had a safety issue. I was like, oh, okay, cool. I walked off. She's following me behind. She was like, yeah, I had the issue with my ex. I was like, what the fuck? I didn't even need to ask her the details. I just filled in the blanks. The ex-boyfriend got broken up with. The guy probably came to the house to try to set the house on fire. There's certain men that think if I can't have you, no one else will. And there's men that have offed their ex-girl because of that. There was some Asian guy, whatever, he got nicked the other day. He must have killed his ex-wife or whatever. And my man casually went to the chicken and chip shop like it was nothing. Tried to pretend that basically when he was in the chicken and chip shop, someone broke into the house and killed his wife. So what he did was he ransacked the house, made it look like someone broke into the house, and to make it obviously so he can bust case on it. But obviously the police saw right through his bullshit stories, bullshit alibi and that. And yeah, they bagged him, and obviously I don't even know if he's been sentenced yet, but he's definitely going to be at least waiting trial, waiting sentencing and that. Girls have to pull the maniac test on man, because like I said, there's plenty of girls right now that are age of 25 and that they can tell you one story where this guy has done some crazy shit. I've had girls tell me that a guy was running after the bus for her, like one ex-boyfriend and that. I've had girls tell me that a guy has been following them through the town centre, shouting their name. Pull up outside their house, shouting their name and that. I want to talk to you, man's out there till 2 in the morning and that, pissing off the neighbours. Madness. Madness. I know someone, they got a friend, broke up with the ex-boyfriend, same sort of thing. The guy tried to break through the back door, and I think he came in the house and beat her up. Madman. Madman. I don't know why human beings, they turn into these crazy stalkers, and I ain't Gyal them do it as well. But a lot of a man would just be in his car and think, and I've had a girl do this to me before. She's like, yeah, I just drove past your house. I'm like, what for? She's like, I just wanted to see if your car was there. What for? Like she weren't planning to come. She didn't knock the door or nothing. She just drove past. She just wanted to see if I was at home or whatever. She drove past, saw my car was there, and it was like, I don't know, some sort of tick box exercise or just confirmation of that. You don't know, certain man, if they drive past their ex-girlfriend's house at midnight and notice the car's not there, that's it. They'll start phoning them up and that. Because certain man try to play the game like, oh yeah, I'm not going to contact them and that. But then they'll be doing some stalkerish shit and that, driving past their yard and that. There's certain man, they'll drive past their ex-girlfriend's house at midnight and notice the car's not there and start phoning them because they think that the girl's at some boyfriend, some new guy's house or whatever, innit? Girls have to pull the maniac test on man, because there's a lot of man, once they get broken up with, they just turn into crazy stalker psycho mode. And it's just not worth it. Like, you end up in jail over a gyal. You don't want to be ending up in jail over nobody. So, yeah, man. If you ever texting a girl or you're in a relationship with a girl and the girl pulls back or wants to break up and that, let them have the breakup, let them have the pullback and that. It's more than likely just a test. If you fail that test, that will be the end of the relationship, because she will just be testing you. This is a subconscious thing. She'll be testing you. But then you'll fail that test, and then she thinks, wow, this guy's a maniac, you know? And imagine, yeah, she does like decide, you know what, let me go my separate ways and that. If you start acting like a maniac, she's going to think to herself, if I get back with this guy and I do have to break up with him in the future, in a year's time and that, how the hell is he going to react? Like, there's some man do some mad stuff, even just begging and that, just making up commotion outside the workplace, outside the girl's house and that. And let's say she takes him back. But during that time, she's thinking, well, what's going to happen next time I break up with this guy? I'm going to have to go through all this bullshit. And so certain girls just think, you know what, fuck it, let me just cut my losses now. Because in the future, he's just going to go on with his foolishness. I ain't got time for this. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. So, yeah, man. For the most part, it's just a test. It's just like, I don't know. You might prank one of your brethren, pretend to scare them and that, and you notice they bust out and run off and that, or whatever, and you think, rah, if this is a real situation, you would have bust out and run off. You're a pussy, innit? So, kind of them ones there, innit? It was a test and that, but you actually revealed that this person might generally be a pussy or that, innit? So, yeah, imagine watching this right now. If a girl wants to disappear on you, breaks up with you, let her have the breakup and that. Trust me, the girl will come back to you, man. For the most part, it's just a test. Just a test. You can fail that test miserably, obviously. Anyway, man, that's it. I'm out of time now. Stay wise, done now.